Welcome back, students. Let us continue with lesson 7 adverbs. Till now we have studied about what are adverbs and its types. Also, we have studied about the formation of adverbs using adjectives. Let's now continue with the degree of comparison of adverbs. Let's understand it with few examples given. Look at these pictures. When you notice, there are three sentences we can form. A car travels fast, second picture. A train travels faster than a car, a third picture. An aeroplane travels the fastest. So students, when I talk about adverbs or its degree of comparison, we notice like adjectives, some adverbs have 3 degrees of comparison. So by learning the 3 sentences, as in all these 3 sentences the adverbs fast, faster and fastest, it modifies the verb travels. You can notice the word travels, which is the verb. So as we can notice in the next page, there is a table mentioned in page number 55, where we can talk about the 3 degrees of comparison of adverbs. When we understand the first sentence, a car travels fast, in the first sentence there is no comparison that is being made, and so the adverb is in the positive degree. The first degree of comparison of adverb is the positive degree class. In the second sentence, when I read a train travels faster than a car, so you can find the adverb is used to compare two things. So when you compare two things or two persons, so that adverb is in the comparative degree here. And the third sentence, as an aeroplane travels the fastest, where the adverb is used to compare more than two things. So it is understood the adverb is in the superlative degree here. So students, we have understood there are 3 degrees of comparison of adverbs. They are positive degree, comparative degree and the superlative degree. Let's look upon the chart now. Positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Let's see the rules one by one. If the adverb is of one syllable, what does it mean, class? When we talk about one syllable, means you have to find out one vowel sound over there. Let's take an example, the word slow. So it's an adverb. So when you write the word in positive degree, it becomes slow. When you add er to it, it becomes its comparative degree, that becomes slow, plus er becomes slower. And when you take the superlative degree, where you have to add est to it, it becomes slowest. The second rule is if the adverb ends in ly. Let's take an example here. The adverb is carefully. So the positive degree, where you can notice I am not comparing anything, the word remains same, it becomes carefully. What is the comparative degree of the adverb carefully? We have to use more or less in comparative form. So it becomes more carefully, or we can say less carefully. So when we talk about the superlative degree, in that we have to use most or least. So we can say we have to use in the superlative degree of adverb, we can say most carefully, and when we use with the word least, it becomes least carefully. So whenever you use such words ending with ly, adverbs ending with ly, you simply have to add more to the comparative degree and most to the superlative degree. It is a second rule of degree of comparison of adverb. The third rule of the degree of comparison of adverb is that some adverbs change completely. When you can notice the words in positive degree, badly, much, well, little. So when you can notice the words When we change them to comparative degree, it becomes badly becomes worse, much becomes more, well becomes better, and little becomes less. So, when we turn them into superlative degree, it becomes badly, worse, and worst. Worst will be your superlative degree. Much, more, and most. Most will be your superlative degree. Well, better, best. Best will be your superlative degree. Little, less, and least. The word least will become your superlative degree. So, you can notice, students, that the spelling has already been changed. The whole spelling, the whole structure has changed. So, there are some adverbs that changes completely in every degree of comparison. The spelling, the structure of the word changes. Now, let us understand the position of adverbs. Look at the given sentences. We will today study. Second sentence, we go to often the cinema. Students, do you think there is something wrong with them? Yes, there is a mistake over here. Now, when we will change the position of adverbs, it will be correct. So, it will be, we will study today. The word today will be your adverb, and we go to cinema often. The next word often is your adverb. So, these sentences make more sense when we correct the position of adverbs. So, students, we see that adverbs have a certain place or position in a sentence. A sentence makes sense only when the adverbs in it are placed correctly. There are some points to be considered while using adverbs. Whenever you want to write a correct sentence, when you want to write the correct position of the adverbs, you have to keep some points in your mind, that are, adverbs may come at the beginning of a sentence. Even adverbs may come in the middle of a sentence, like it can come between the subject and the verb. Third point to be noted is adverbs may come at the end of a sentence. Even there are some more adverbs that can be used together at the end of a sentence, which can follow this order. The manner will come first, then place and time. Another rule to be followed is adverbs are never used between a verb and its object. With the help of these points, you can frame and put the adverbs at the correct place. Students, we have come to an end of this lesson, adverbs. Please go through the video and revise it. Write the adverbs and its types in your grammar copy. Also write about the 3 degrees of comparison of adverbs and make a chart as it is given in page number 55. That's all for today, students. Have a good day.